When I was in my late teens, I started to develop some pretty severe wrist and hand pain and forearm and elbow snapping, popping, and just general discomfort. So over the years, I tried resting, I tried taking ibuprofen, I tried just not using a computer, and what I found was all of these different recommendations didn't really work. Doctors kept saying rest more, and everything I found online just said, well, maybe ice, maybe just stretching would help keep my wrist pain at bay. What I found over the years was I needed to do basically the exact opposite of that advice, and I had to start exercising my wrists and forearms in a way that built up their strength and used those muscles more so that they were more capable of handling the rigors of typing. So in this video, I'm going to show you one of the exercises that I do, and I'm going to show you how you can build your own tool at home to do this exercise. It's pretty cheap and easy to do. You just need a couple things from a hardware store, and you can do this at home yourself too. The exercise that I do practically every day now is the wrist roll. So basically I just need something that's going to hold on to some weight for me with a rope attached to a handle, and I just turn. I can play with different grips and different positions, and that helps me build up forearm strength and wrist strength that keeps my hands and wrists comfortable throughout the day. Now to do this, you obviously need the tools, so I'm going to show you what you need and how you can build this pretty easily at home. What you need really is just a dowel. So here I have a 1 1/4 inch diameter closet rod, and you're going to need some rope or some paracord, something that's going to be able to fit through a hole that you drill in the dowel. So basically what I'm doing here is the lazy man's way of measuring the center point. I've just taken a piece of rope and I've gone the length of the dowel, and then I've just folded it in half and marked off the center point. So once you have that center point, you are ready to go. You're going to need a drill, and if you don't have a drill, don't worry. I'm going to show you a way to do this whole thing without a drill and without doing any drilling at the end of the video. So if you do have a drill, you just take that drill and go right through the dowel in that center point, as I'm doing here. Once you've drilled the hole, what you're going to do is take that rope and thread it through the hole, and then you're going to tie a knot. If you can tie a fancy knot, tie a fancy knot. I don't know how to tie fancy knots, so I'm just tying two very boring knots, and then making sure that the resulting bigger knot is secure enough so that the rope doesn't pull through, and that I am good to go. Otherwise you will have a weight plate dropping on your foot. Okay, so once you've done that, you can just cut that shorter, and now you've got yourself the rope that's going to attach to a weight that I'll show you in a second. To secure the weight, if you're going to use weight plates, I'm using a little piece of pipe here. It's a little piece of galvanized pipe, and what I'm going to do is just take the rope, and I'm going to first make sure I cut it to around the length that I want it to be, and then attach that just, one loop, two loops just around that pipe, and then I'm going to use duct tape, and I'm going to duct tape it securely to the pipe. Now this is a preview of the trick that you can use to do this entire project with no drill. If I wanted to do this all really cleanly with a drill and have nice things with no tape, I could just use another dowel and drill a hole and then just put the rope through the hole the same way I did with the handle. But I wanted to show you this method since it's going to help you if you don't have a drill at all. So you just take the duct tape and you drill around, and you tape around, make sure it's secure and snug, and then you just cut it off. Make sure you have it as secure as possible because you don't want this to fail. Once you've got that securely attached, then you are pretty much done. And if you've got weight plates lying around, then you just grab that weight plate, and you're going to take this tiny pipe, this smaller pipe, and you're going to just slide it through the middle of your weight plate. So it just pops through and then acts as an anchor and securely holds your weight. So now that we have this all finished with our drill and tape method, let me show you how you could do this without the drill. So here I have a curtain rod actually, and this is the no drill method. You can see there's a bunch of duct tape and rope there. This is exactly what I did with that metal piece. So if you have an aversion to drills, or you don't have a drill and you really don't want to go buy a drill to go do this, and I don't blame you, then all you need is the rope, the paracord, or whatever you want, and the curtain rod or a piece of wood, duct tape, and then a smaller piece of wood or pipe to function exactly the same way. And if you don't want to use that pipe to secure something, like you don't have weight plates around, then you could just use the rope to even tie it to something heavy like a can of paint or a piece of luggage or anything like that. Everything is set and we are able to do the wrist rolls in multiple grips and multiple positions. So you can see here that you can turn your hands with the palms down and twist and twist and twist and twist. I'm a little bit lazy on this repetition when I let everything slide down, but if you go slowly and control it all the way down, that's going to be much harder, as I do in other repetitions here. You can turn the palms up and do the rolls. You can also flip the grip so that you've got one overhand, one underhand. This, I think, can be particularly helpful if you are a hockey player. So hockey players, watch out for that. And you can also play with having your arms straight out in front of you. You could have your arms bent. You can just play around with the width of your grip. And all those options are totally okay. The trick here is any different angle that you try is going to challenge muscles in a different way. So you just want to make sure you're not causing any kind of popping or cracking or anything that's obviously super painful in a non-muscular way. You want to stay within your performance limit, but also you want to try to increase what you're capable of gradually over time. In terms of weight, in this demonstration, I'm just using a 5-pound plate. You can use 5-10 pounds, you could use less. And again, if you don't have a weight lying around, you can always just tie that rope to something that's a couple pounds and just lift up like that. And then you don't even need to build that bottom piece. Alright guys, I hope you found that video helpful and that your forearms and wrists start getting stronger and more resilient so you can go out and enjoy your life. Go ahead and drop a like on this video if you liked it. Leave a comment if you want to leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any future videos. And if you really want to support Upright Health and help us make videos that help you, then please consider making a $1 monthly pledge on Patreon to help us produce these videos. And if you want to give more, please feel free to give more, and thank you so much for whatever you do give. It really helps a lot, really appreciate it, and as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.